After a quick bacon sandwich at the campsite, we went to Chocker Mountain, which is the home of the best hot chocolate.
Quite a claim.
And then we set off on the bikes for Dunnet Head. Lovely view.
Not bad. Hey.
So this is the most northerly point in the mainland UK.
Allegedly, contrary to popular belief, it's not Groats. It's actually this place, which is Dunnet Head. Although don't quote me on it, because I nicked that fact off someone else, so they might be talking bollocks. That's a bloody uncomfortable thing.
Right next to the lighthouse. I do like a lighthouse. I seem to go to a lot of them.
Hello.
Oh look, a 1200 GS with road tyres. No way.
How unusual. Why don't we park next to this and then we take a nice little picture?
F800 with road. I'm going to park the other way.
Your parking, is it?
That's my parking, yeah, dumped.
Okay, right. Parked it. Yeah. Right, quick, let's have a little picture.
Don't worry about parking it neatly, you just throw it in there. There's enough space everywhere. Whatever. Seabird City.
Smells like the sea. Right, out of the way.
There's puffins.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Dunnet Head is the most northerly point on the British mainland, enjoying panoramic views across the Pentland.
Out the way.
Very nice.
Quick! There's no one else in the shot.
Oh god.
Move.
Can't have the bikers with the bikes in a picture. Are you going to take a picture and carefully crop my bike out? That's what you normally do.
I'm just going to do it whilst this guy's not in the frame, that's why.
Why have a battered BMW when you can have a shiny Ducati in there? I wonder which point is that. Ow! I just stood on the. Which point is the most northerly point? Do you know what I mean? Like, where do I need to stand?
Oh, I want to see a puffin.
You see the foghorn on top of that thing? Massive.
Can't see it right yet, no. Oh, that.
Big
Yeah.
red, like,
Yeah.
red throbbing thing on the top there.
So those are the skerries, are they? Islands? Something like that?
Mate, I've literally just got on the bike and followed you. I have not done any prep of anything. All I know is apparently you have to have a tripod and a digital SLR to film that in. I'm just going to rock up with my basic head camera and like that'll do. So Lee, you've done it.
We've done it!
We've done it in Dunnet. And now off to Groats.
Groats!
Groats. Oh, the views are just terrible everywhere.
Really rubbish. Don't like it. Let's go.
It's just, I mean, the only way to describe them all is just mediocre.
Dull.
Yeah, like... I mean, this road's just like the same as the M4, isn't it, really? There's loads of little lakes and sort of large ponds everywhere.
Bumpy.
Mountainous views.
Wait till you see the sea, that's really crap.
Yeah. Here we are. What's the end of the North Coast 500? Oh. Oh.
Found it.
Where's the actual signpost? There.
Down there,
Down
turn
there.
right. Odds are of getting a bike onto it, just drive it straight up.
Slim to none. Although, what's that guy doing?
What's going to happen if someone shouts at you?
There's a few bikes here.
Yeah. Oh, and that pass. Yep.
I think that guy. Oh. Well, I fucking been that.
Fuck that one up, didn't you?
I'm just gonna go up there. Yep. Onto the curb, off the curb. Found it.
Where are you?
Hey?
Where are you?
Behind you. Where are you? There's a big old queue for the take your photos. So we're kind of like enthusiastically like, yeah, yeah, Johnny Groats. So many stickers. So now it's sandwich time, yeah?
I think so.
Get some food, chill out, and carry on. Trying to look at the stickers and see if I recognise anybody's, but I don't. So small. This place is literally just like the sign and a car park.
Some tourist souvenir shops.
Yeah.
Next.
Jono Groats done. Now going to go to Wick and for a spot of lunch. So we're just in Wick. We just had a lunch at Tesco's, and we are now going to top up with fuel. Not at this one, obviously, it's out of order. The next one. Cairan's done very well for himself because it's his turn to top up. Neither of us are in reserve or anything, and this is the cheapest fuel we've had on the entire trip, so I think he planned it. But there we go. And so we're going to be staying just past Inverness, and we're about 3 hours or something, just 2 hours and 45 minutes from our camp spot, so we'll fill up with fuel just 10 miles before the camp spot, because there isn't fuel 80 miles after the camp spot. So we're just going to pop some music on and bust out the trip. I think there's a lot of speed cameras, so it'll just be kind of cruising and open roads with nice views, but I think all the scenic stuff we've done now is the best of it, and now it's going to be relatively mediocre compared to what we've had. It's still going to be good. I'm going to cheat. Start filling up. Yep. Steal it from him. Yep, here we go. Oh, it's so good. That'll do. Wait, what's that? 7 litres. Half a tank. Yes, you've done very well. Anyway, next stop's another fuel stop, and then campsite just past Inverness, next to Loch Ness. Yeah, it was 118 miles our journey, and we've got 89 miles left. And,
air ambulance, so hopefully everyone's okay.
Yeah,
they said they'd be 10 or 15 minutes, so just as it starts to rain.
Yeah, it wasn't raining before, was it? So
no, it's been beautiful.
Relatively
it's the
dry.
first rain we've had since Monday.
Relatively dry roads, but you can just sit up there, so it's landed right on the road.
I saw it when I was coming round the corner, like further back, and I thought, oh shit.
I saw it flying.
I didn't know if that was like a drill, and then I came up here, it was flying around this corner, and saw the ambulance in the road. I was like, guess I better stop.
Yeah.
And they came over to me and said, the road won't be closed, it will just be 10 or 15 minutes, and then they'll be off. But it'd be a ball ache if the road was closed.
Yeah, well, the queue's not too long, actually.
Because air ambulance is pretty serious, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder where they'll take an air ambulance, maybe down to Inverness, or I don't know where the big hospitals are in Scotland.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Good old service, though, the air ambulance. So, just going to wait for Cairan in this lay-by on the A9, just outside of Inverness. And, yeah, I saw him pull over, so I let him do that, carried on, and we were just listening to music riding, so it's just kind of nice to cruise at your own pace on this road like this, so I did. Now it's become a dual carriageway. I'm going to wait for him before we go and get fuel in Inverness. Cairan just rode past me, tooting his horn, so he obviously didn't stop. I'll wait for a gap of traffic. I think this is it. Let's give it the beans. And go catch him up. Where is he? Has he stopped? Not too sure, he's actually waiting for me. I guess two can play at that game, I didn't wait for him, so fair enough. It's a nice little bridge. Where is the boy? Welcome to Inverness. Oh, well, cheers, cuz. Petrol station. I bet he's in there. Is he? Nope, can't see him. Maybe he's in this one. Let's slow down and have a look-see. I'm going to pull in anyway. On the off chance that he isn't. Right then. Buggered if I know where he's gone. Oh, cousin, where have you gone? Why would you not wait at the lay-by before it goes into a busy town? Any clue? A big red Ducati somewhere? Let's not scare the poor student by trying to squeeze a large panniard bike through between the two cars. Have his blind spot, I think. I'm going to ring him in a minute. Unless he's riding through Inverness and then going to get fuel afterwards, I don't know. Right, I'm going to pull over and ring him because there's no way in hell he's doing these turns on without sat nav. So let's just pull here and see what the hell he's doing. I've called him twice, didn't answer the phone. So, as unbiker as it is, sod him. Had an opportunity to pull over while I was at the lay-by. He rode past me tooting his horn. Come into Inverness, hasn't stopped somewhere. So I'm going to follow my sat-nav, carry on, and maybe I'll bump into him. Who knows? Who cares? Bye, mate. Well, still no sign of the Ducati man, so I'm just blasting my way to the campsite. I found a fuel station just there, apparently from Google Maps, so I thought that'll do. I'm 5 miles away from the camp, and I'm kind of hoping I'm going to meet him there. So, who knows? Kind of who cares? And on my left is Loch Ness, so we need to watch out for Nessie. Well, the Ducati man just gave me a call. Apparently his phone's not working with his Scala rider, cruise control still slightly on, and he is now, I think, still in Inverness. So I'm going to beat him to the campsite, but he's just going to meet me there, and I'm going to get some fuel here, which is probably more expensive than it was at Inverness, but whatever. It just dawned on me as I was filling up that the destination that Kia gave me to put into Google Maps was indeed this garage. So I've said to him that I'll meet him at the campsite, but I don't know where the campsite is or what it's called. So I'm in a bit of a position. I believe he said to me that there's a fuel station 10 miles before the campsite, but I don't feel like riding 10 miles away from this garage in the hope to find a random campsite. So based on that, I'm going to go up to that little lay-by where that car is parked, the blue one and the flowers, and I'm going to wait for him because I have no idea where I'm going, and it's now 6 o'clock and I can't be asked to ride 10 miles in the wrong direction at this point. So we will just wait for him here by this cafe. I think that's a much more sensible idea. Hopefully he won't just ride past me like a knob. Right, well, wait to begin. I met Kia as soon as I turned my camera off. He literally rolled up. And then he got some fuel and we went to our campsite. The campsite turned out that we had to leave our bikes in this car park and then walk all our gear, and then when we got there, none of the grass was level, so we would just look there and we're like, this is awful. So we packed the bikes back up again. Kia went in and got a refund. 7 minutes down the road,
was a much bigger campsite, has lovely flat grass. Again, we can't drive the bikes on the grass, but parking is right next to it, so it's like 3 or 4 metres from the bike, which obviously when you've got all your heavy gear and everything's in your panniers, it's a lot easier than having to take all the panniers off, put them on the floor, and then, do you know what I mean? Especially when they're quite heavy. And this place has got a laundry room, so our kit's all drying, because it, yet again, is pissing it down outside. So...
Scotland.
This place does have a pub cafe that I did spot, so we have sacked...
Better than 50p dehydrated pasta.
Yeah, we sacked that idea off.
Probably.
And we... 100%, not probably. So we are now going to go to the cafe and have food there instead. What a long day. It's like, what, 7:30, 8:30, 8 o'clock now?
Just after 8.
Just
Basically
after
an extra 2 hours of balling around in the rain.
But it'll be a better night's sleep.
Much better.
Dry kit tomorrow.
Yeah.
Better meal. And the campsite's exactly the same price.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's a win-win-win, even if we did have a little bit of a ball ache. Anyway, let's go enjoy dinner. And yet again, our plans change. So Papa G's, which is what I spotted as we come in, good food all day, is not quite all day yet, because it's not even had the grand opening yet. It's still waiting on paperwork, so it's literally never been opened. So that's not going to work for us. But we are... This is Fort Augustus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in Fort Augustus now, so
There's loads of pubs.
we're just going to go to the pub. Things are definitely looking up, even if the weather's coming down. So today we continued along the North Coast 500, starting in Durness, went via Groats and then down the A9 to Fort Augustus. At Wick we decided to ride individually, and that's where we kind of lost each other. So our original plan was to come down here and cut off the corner, but both of us stayed on the A9, so we ended up coming through Inverness. Cairan unfortunately stayed on the A9 a little too long and came out the other side, then realised he'd made a mistake and turned back, and that's why I couldn't find him. We then met at a cafe that was just around here, carried on together, and our first camp spot was here, but as I said in the video, it wasn't very good for us, so we carried on to Fort Augustus.